Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Trekker Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything out here on the hardwood with the West Greene Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Buffs head coach Alan Tolliver. Coach.
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I feel like it's been a week.
Back at it's been,
Week
no?
exactly.
Did we sit down on Thursday last week?
Wednesday. You
Was
sat
it
down
Wednesday?
with Coach Shaw on Thursday.
It was Coach Shaw on Thursday last week.
I don't change things up, man.
Last 2 weeks have been a little different. I've had to switch around days for some people. But, hey, we're back here on another Wednesday for the third week in a row. We're back here inside of Jimmy Jones Gymnasium.
The old gym. It's a nice place.
Lights went out on us a few minutes ago. We've sat here too long and
Played
moved around, so
shot some ball.
lights turned out on us. I think they're trying to tell us we need to speed this up.
Probably so, but I'm the last one in here that can set the alarm, so what could be done?
That is true. We're probably the last two in the school at this time, too.
Guaranteed.
Like I talked about with Coach Shaw at the end of her interview, it's kind of cool sitting in the gym with nobody in it, though.
It
Because
is.
the only time I'm ever in the gym is when there's games going on. So you've got kids on the court at all times. You've got the stands packed. You've got people on the stage, concessions. Practice, of course, when you're in here, you've got kids on the floor and coaches around. But it's kind of cool whenever you have an open gym and you can just sit in here and just kind of talk, because you don't really get that opportunity to see how it feels in an open gym. I know you do as a coach. You can come in here anytime and feel it.
Anytime. Peaceful, too, man.
For me, it's kind of crazy. It is
Yeah.
peaceful.
It is peaceful. There is some not some nights. Some days before we have shoot around, like if we ever play Saturday or day we're out of school, I'll get here like 30 minutes early.
Yep.
I'll just come out here and just chill. It's nice. But yeah, other than that, I kind of like doing interviews out here, though.
It is cool. I like it. I mean, we got a perfect backdrop.
Perfect.
The backdrop's awesome. Right smack dab in the middle, we've got the big West Greene logo back there. You can't see it as well this week. The lights are turned off
Lights turned out.
right now, but you can still see it back there. It's just not lit up as it usually is. You've got some banners in the back, senior
Sitting on a
banners.
Buffalo.
Yep. The new court.
Somebody drug a trash bag across it.
Yeah, there's some.
Leaked.
There's leakage down here. Oh well.
Leakage.
Well, the good thing is you may not have any more games until the region tournament, because you're on the road the rest of the year.
That's the hope, though.
To host a region game?
Yeah, we got to play another game here.
Absolutely. Got a little bit of a long time until we get there, though. We still got the end of the season. We still got the district tournament. Got a lot to talk about this week, though. Same thing I did on Coach Shaw's show. We'll talk about the games, but one question I want to ask you before the games is last week we touched on kind of how it was a thick part of your schedule. You had 4 games in 5 days. You had a stretch like that before, but you didn't get to play one of those games, so it ended up only being 3 and 5. You actually got all of them in this time, 4 in 5 days, picked up 3 wins, being the last 3 out of that 4-game stretch. How do you think your team handled playing 4 games in 5 days?
Surprisingly enough, pretty well. One practice to prepare for 4 days of games.
Yep.
And they responded well to it. Lost by a combined of, out of all those games, lost once, and it was by 2 on a last-second shot. So definitely no complaints with this stretch. Played some good basketball, figured some things out, and kind of excited moving on forward to tournament. I know tournament means the end of the season's drawing near, but man, there's just something about tournament time
It's exciting,
that
man.
fires you up.
It is exciting. And
Yeah.
seeing last year's how you beat the defending 1A state champions in Hampton, we can tell it fires you up.
Yeah, it does. It gets me going. And with this group of guys, I think it gets them going too. Just really looking forward to it, but we're just going to take it one game at a time. And really, I guess we only got 2 more games to take before we hit the tournament.
Yep.
We had our coaches meeting today, kind of established all that stuff. So just looking forward to it, looking forward to Friday night. Friday night will determine. I guess I shouldn't talk about Friday night yet,
You
should
can go
I?
ahead and talk about it a little bit. I mean, it's
I'll
going to
talk
be
about it.
basically the whole theme of the last half of this, because it's going to come down to there's a lot of factors.
Friday
There's
night
lot of
decides a lot of
if
stuff.
If you've already watched Coach Shaw's show, you know I said it. I don't get nervous a lot when I sit in front of the camera. Usually I'm cool, calm, and collected, but when I try to talk about the scenarios coming down to the end of the season, I freeze up. I don't know what it is. I get nervous talking about it.
That's because there's 500 of them.
There's so many. There's 1 game left in the season, and for the girls, I think there's 4 different scenarios what could happen.
Well, the girls' side's kind of crazy.
The girls'
for that.
side is chaos, and it
Best
has
thing
been the
about
whole
that is,
entire
though,
season.
We ain't got to talk about that.
No, talking about the boys, though, it's not chaotic because luckily there are 2 teams in each spot tied right now. You got 2 tied for first, 2 for third, 2 for fifth. So Friday night is going to determine, of course, who gets either spot there. But still, it all comes down to Friday. Every game matters towards the seeding. There's no team that is locked into a certain spot in the tournament right there. And past years, it's been that way where we're sitting here with
we already know
less than a week left, and we already know, like, okay, you're going to be either the 4 or the 5 playing this team. Now it's, okay, you could be the 3, you could be the 4, you could play either this team or this team, but you got to see if they win or lose. So
yeah, that's going to be fun to talk about. I'm going to save that, though, and I'm going to recap South Greene, Hancock, Cherokee, and Chucky Doak.
Yep. A little fact before we continue also. In those 4 games, a plus 37 margin in those 3 games.
Nice.
Won 3 games by a combined 39 and then lost 1 by 2. So plus 37 in a stretch where you played 4 games in 5 days.
Go Buffs.
And like Coach Shaw also said, it seemed like her team got progressively better throughout the stretch. Do you feel that?
I would agree with that.
The scores indicate it because you take a 2-point loss, 3-point win, 12-point win, 24-point win. I mean, you're multiplying your margins each time you play. So the score indicates it, but I want to ask you as a coach, sometimes the scores don't reflect exactly what happens in the 32 minutes on the hardwood. Do you feel like your team got progressively better without the practices as the days went on?
I would say that. I would agree with that. But I will say, that South Greene game, we were playing – that was one of the better games we played this year. And we battled through foul trouble. We battled through some people coming fresh off an injury with no practices. I mean, just overall, to come out and go down 11 at one point in that third quarter, come back, fight back. I mean, I'm sitting here right now looking at the goal, watching Elijah shoot that layup to tie it up. Come back to tie that game up, to put that pressure on them. Feels good. Get that thing cold.
Yes, sir. They might be able to see which one it is, but if you don't, we've been alluding to it for weeks. So, as always, stay tuned to the beginning of the second half.
It's coming soon.
Yeah, taking it back to the South Greene game.
Yeah, but, I mean, just at the end, I mean, Gamble hit a big shot. That's what it comes down to. It's a tough shot. I mean, it was like a 12, 14-foot fadeaway, and he just knocked it down. Looking back at it, I mean, should we win a double? Should we done this? Should we done that? I mean, you always going to say, what should I have done? But, I mean, everybody's going to do that. If he turns around and misses it and we get a rebound and come down and score, everybody's going to be like, oh, that was a great idea, Coach. You did the perfect thing. It's not how it worked.
Yep.
I guess that's why I'm over there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We thought we did what was best in that scenario. We forced a tough shot. Stretch played good defense. He just made a tougher shot. Then we turned right around, played Hancock on that Saturday. It was our senior night.
Yeah. Talked about the 4 seniors last week.
Yep, talked about my 4 seniors last week. And then, dude, I don't think we ever led until the fourth quarter. We never took the lead until like 3 minutes to go in the fourth. When I tell you Hancock came in fired up and ready to go, they were ready to go from the tip. They were knocking down threes. I don't know if you guys can see the F over there, the second one. Comes down in transition, stops, shoots it, drains it. I'm like, golly. But, yeah, I think they ended up hitting either 9 or 10 threes in that game.
That's big.
Shot the ball well. They played good defense, very physical group, and pretty young group too. They executed a great game plan. We luckily found a way to come back, settle in, and take the lead there in the fourth, and took it on a layup there. Came back down, got a stop, and the layup put us up 1. We come back down, I was like, all right, we're going to hold, either make them foul us or wait until we get a wide open layup. Well, they ended up trying to trap. We got wide open on the block and got a layup out of it. And then they come down. They shoot a 3. By the time he shoots it, their coach calls a timeout. The ref gave him the timeout. Bang, he makes it.
Shot goes in.
Yeah, makes it. We play good defense for the rest of that 30 seconds, keep them from getting a good look at it. Got a stop, came out of that with a win for senior night, and that felt good for the boys. Get a 1-day rest on Sunday, but as you know, you can't practice on Sunday, so there's no prep. There's nothing you can go over. You can send a scouting report out, but
how good does it really do?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How much is that really going to do for you? So took Sunday off, did nothing. Actually, I went and played golf. It was pretty fun.
It was a warm day.
It felt great outside. Come back in on Monday, play Cherokee. I had a fast killer start, 14-2. Stretch gets a tip right here, dunks one home. I don't know, first dunk at West Greene, and I don't know how long.
Left-handed dunk.
Left-handed dunk too. Yeah. If you watch the video, he hits like it's like Mario. You know when they hit the mushroom and they go off really fast. Dude, he got to half court, and then next thing I know, he's at the 3-point line. I was like, hey.
Nobody even came to try to contest and block.
No, I mean, I think 15 tried to foul him about the free throw line. He was hitting on the side.
Yeah, but
they didn't call it.
There was no jump. There was no attempt. I mean,
and then
with Stretch, I mean, unless you're of a comparable height, it's going to be tough to block that anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, once he got to about the 3-point line, I think everybody kind of started to raise their heads and wonder if he's going to flush one down. And
he did.
Hey, first one at West Greene, and we don't know how long.
Long time. It never happened when I was here.
That's pretty cool.
Definitely never happened after I was here. It might have happened for another team, but it didn't happen for us.
Oh, it definitely happened with other teams. There's a video out there of a certain player that gets dunked on that I think gets posted every year. Not saying a name or anything. We don't want to put that out there.
I wonder if he watches the show.
I don't know. If he does, then he knows it's him.
I have the video on my phone, actually.
See, even you've got the video.
I was assistant coach at that time. Yeah. But, yeah, he flushed at home, and then it was kind of weird. He dunked it. Went excited, and then they went on a run. I don't know how somebody goes on a run off your dunk.
It is odd. So you would expect to continue riding that high, and then just kind of – do you think the team got kind of complacent in that moment?
Yeah, we got lax. Sam told me after the game, he's like, I ain't going to lie to you, Coach. He said he dunked that, and the next possession on defense, I was still standing down there clapping, and I got face cut for a layup. I was like, well, why? But, yeah, we just kind of got laxed after that. And Cherokee hit us in the mouth. They ended up brought it within one. It's 15-14 at the end of the first. So after the first quarter, we have our little powwow over there. Come out. Stretch gets 2 quick fouls. Connor gets 2 quick fouls. Goes subs in. And for some reason, we forget who we're guarding. We gave up 9 straight in transition threes. And if you know Cherokee, they can shoot the ball. Mm-hmm. They like to run the floor, they like to kick it, and they like to knock down a shot. 3 straight threes.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big to even hit 3 threes as it is, but transition threes, that's killer.
Yeah, destroyed any momentum we made. We did. We came back and we matched a couple times. But, man, 3 straight in transition, I was ready to lose it.
And you got to think how much that makes a difference too, because when you're hitting transition threes, then as a defender, your mindset is changing to now, if we're in transition, we have to guard the 3-point line instead of backing up and covering the paint, to now, okay, if we cover the 3-point line, now we've got to worry about, can we close out without letting them go by for the layup? So that's big to hit those threes, because then not only is it more points going onto the board, but now you've got to worry about covering a whole much larger part of the floor in transition.
Yeah, for sure. And then we go into half down 4. Go in, have a little halftime talk / rant.
Come to Jesus meeting, as some would call it.
Yeah, a good one, I think. I don't know if it was good or not. It worked.
It seemed to work.
Come out, win the third quarter, take the lead back by 1, and then after we took that lead, we never really looked back. We pushed it up to 5, 6. They would cut it back down to 4, 3. We'd push it up, and then once we got to about 10, it never really got any closer than that. We started. They were playing a 2-3 zone. We started just moving the ball quick. Only thing we were shooting was wide open layups. And Connor got hot. Finally, Connor got hot and
Second
found
week
it.
in a row we've knocked on the floor. I don't remember what you did last week.
I don't know what I did last week, but I knocked on it. Connor got hot and got fired up for us a little bit. I think he hit 4 threes. He had 16 points. Did not miss a shot in the second half. He hit his, I don't know if it was his second or third one. He hit it right there, and when he was coming back down beside the bench, most excited I've seen him all year. He's pumped. He's flexing. given just a lot of emotion and energy, and just to see that come out of him after kind of being in a slump.
Mm-hmm. And it being, like we said, you'd love to play another game here on your home court, but that's potentially the last game he plays at home.
Could be. And, I mean, just that performance in total, I mean, he was really a spark for us. But we ended up having 3 people in double digits. We had 2 people at 8. So 2 of those people at 8 missed some free throws that could have put them in double digits. So just overall team effort. That's one thing I really liked about this stretch of games. Out of all those games, we had 3 to 4 people in double digits every game. And I know a lot of people's probably like, Coach says that all the time. I do. But if you can consistently put 3 and 4 guys in double digits, you're always going to be able to compete in a game. Mm-hmm. You're never going to get blown out in a game if you got 3 to 4 guys in double digits. It's just hard to – I mean, there's not one person you got to stop.
Yep.
And if that consistency can continue to carry over into the rest of these games, into tournament, then I think it'll take us a long way. And it's kind of been our MO this year. Just keep playing team ball, keep being unselfish, and sharing the wealth. And at the end, I mean, we'll see results. And I think we're starting to see that on a little 3-game win streak here. And we had Chucky Doak last night.
You could argue the big one out of those. Of course, South Greene was probably the biggest one, but
yeah,
after the South Greene game, that becomes a big game because the way Chucky Doak had been playing, they'd been playing really good as of recent.
Yeah, I mean, played Johnson County to the wire.
Win over Happy Valley, 9-point loss to Johnson County. Those were 2 teams they lost to by, I think, 50, and I don't remember the Hampton score the first time. Yeah, and now you're playing within single digits. So
yeah.
Halfway point, once I started seeing them play better, I said that's probably the scariest team that you want to play in the second half. And
I agree with that. It's definitely not a team that I don't think you want to see them again in tournament.
Yeah.
They're a little banged up right now with Dom out, and he kind of makes things run, keeps a little pressure off Rylan and Gavin. I mean, you can go post Gavin up. He's a bigger guard. You can post him up in the post and get him some different looks, get some people in foul trouble. And it just helps having Dom out there to kind of run the show, get you to those spots. And you got Gavin out there that can shoot the lights out of it. You can't leave him any space. And he's crafty and smart enough to get downhill. He got to the middle on us a couple of times last night and either got to the free throw line or knocked down a little 5-10-foot jumper. So just overall, I mean, Chucky Doak was a little banged up, but they gave us all we wanted really. In the third quarter, I think we pushed it up to 20. We were up 24 at one point in the third, and Chucky Doak went on a big run and cut it to 11. We just kind of went away from what was working. We weren't making the extra pass, and when we made the extra pass, we were leaving it either short, air balls. I mean, just I don't know. It's kind of like we lost focus a little bit. Luckily, though, kind of reined it back in, pulled it together. Played some decent ball there in the fourth and pushed it back up a little bit. But, I mean, Chucky Doak's a scary team to face. They get hot and they start knocking down some outside shots. They're going to be a tough team to beat. And if you ever catch a night where you're not shooting the ball well, I mean, they play very well zone and hard to get back cuts in, hard to get middle touches. So if you're not shooting the ball well, it could be a struggle for you in the deep run.
Up to 5-4 in the conference now. That keeps you at, I believe, third place in the conference at the moment. Yep. At sole possession of third place, actually. So I misspoke in the first half. You're at sole possession of third, and Johnson County's right behind you, just 1 game back in fourth. So big implications coming down to Friday, as we talked about with the Hampton game. Before we get into that game, of course, we need to get a word in from our sponsors first. So stick with us. Right after these messages, we'll be here to talk about those games here on Grassroots Media.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go. with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greenville.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Record Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything here on the hardwood with the West Greene Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with West Greene head coach Alan Tolliver.
It's time.
It's time. We've been talking about it for weeks.
We've pushed back for how many weeks now?
We've pushed it back for, I'd say, 3 weeks now, and we finally got Cosmic Vibe. Shout out to Peyton.
Shout out to Peyton. It is not red.
It is not red, but it is Sparkling Fruit Punch Edition. I am very excited to try this one. Maybe the most excited I've been to try one this year. I'd have to look back at the ones we've tried so far this year, but
I'd probably make some fans disappointed if I told them that I wasn't a huge fruit punch guy.
I think they know if they've watched all the way back to the Gatorade 2 years ago.
Least favorite Gatorade, least favorite Powerade.
Smells really good. I'll give it that. I like fruit punch, so
I do like the body armor with fruit punch, though.
I'm going to go straight into it because I'm really excited to try
All right,
this
let's
one.
go.
It wasn't as strong as I expected it to be.
It's kind of flat.
I agree. It's good, though.
It's not very sparkly, is it? Mm-mm. It's kind of good, though.
It is good.
Because I don't love the sparkly anyway. That's pretty good.
That's solid.
That's good.
That's solid. I'd say it lives up to the expectations.
Yeah. I'll definitely drink all that one.
I'm not even going to mention last week's.
Peyton liked it.
To each
Peyton
their
also
own.
likes unsweet tea and Blue Ranch.
I got to give it to him. Blue Ranch ain't bad. Unsweet tea,
It's criminal.
I can't do that, but I'm still rocking with you, though.
That's criminal, dude.
The Cosmic Vibe does live up to the vibe, though. I
It
like
is.
fruit punch a lot. I expect it to be really, really sweet and really strong, kind of like, I don't know, maybe like one of the raspberry peach ones where
Yeah.
it's like overwhelmingly to the flavor.
It's really not, though.
It's really not. I really like it a lot. As far as a rating goes,
Where are you going?
need to refresh my memory. What was Astro Vibe?
Was that the cactus? Prickly pear?
I think that was Oasis. Oasis Vibe. I'm trying to think which one Astro Vibe was because I really liked Astro Vibe. I just can't remember. I gave it an 8.25, so I'm trying to figure out if I need to go above that or not because I can't remember which one it was. I do like it better than Grape Rush, and I had Grape at an 8.
Well, I'm currently looking at the Astros baseball team for some reason.
Hey, shout out Alex Smith. He's an Astros fan. I don't know if he watches these or not, but every time he's maybe the only Houston Astros fan that I know of.
Oh, Astro Vibe was good. It was the
one
Blue
was it?
Raz.
Astro Vibe was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it was Blue Raz. Very blue. I would say Blue Raz was better than this. What did I give Blue Raz?
A 7.9.
I did?
Yeah. 7.8.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking I want to stay with an 8.25 because it's Grape Rush was an 8, and I think it's just a little bit above Grape Rush.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.8. Like, that is good.
I'll go 8.25. Same with Astro Vibe. I'm gonna go Astro Vibe over it though, and you're gonna go with a 7.8 right behind
Right below
Astro
it.
Vibe.
Yeah.
We
Peyton
talked-
wasn't wrong with this one.
No, it is
However,
good.
the fact he likes the orange marshmallow is...
Speaking of orange, Matthew Palazzo,
Dude, I tried to get him to come on today.
he gave us his 3 favorite flavors like you asked him to
Yep.
last week. We knew orange because I asked him at a game and he said orange was his favorite. His other 2 favorites.
If watermelon's on there,
Tropical Vibe and Peach Vibe. So me
You
and
two-
Matthew
you
got
two get
similar
along.
tastes.
Have you tried any of the teas, Matthew?
The teas are good.
Like or the lemonade?
It's crazy because we have had so many now that when I think of Celsius, I think of a sparkling energy
Yeah.
drink. But the two of the first ones we tried were the green teas.
Yeah.
The first one I've ever tried was a green tea.
Dude, that was
The
good.
peach mango, yes, it's still high up there. I had it second last year. It's probably still top 3.
I ain't gonna lie, I just asked that question like Matthew was going to answer me. And I was sitting there waiting for an answer.
He will get you in the comment section, though.
I was sitting there and I was like, have you ever tried any teas? And nobody said anything. I was like, duh.
I think they make 3 of them.
Yeah.
Peach mango, raspberry acai, and I think the blue raz lemonade was.
The blue raz lemonade was good.
You had it at a 9.5. That's a high ranking.
And you know the only one better?
Raspberry acai.
Yep. This one is not bad though.
Peach mango was your 3 last year. You really liked the Arctic Vibe last year. Mm-hmm. You really liked the Arctic Vibe.
I'm
but
ready to try that one that Peyton's mom brought in.
the new one.
Yeah, I don't know how to exactly say it.
I don't
I know
either.
how I would say it.
I know how we have to look first because I want to make sure I say it right. But Celsius pulled a fast one on us. They came
Yeah.
out with 2 new flavors on us in the middle of our show. Come on, guys, you got to tell us if you're going to give us 2 new
Now
flavors.
that one I'm dreading.
I am dreading. One of them is the retro vibe. It is.
Wait, you're dreading that one? What is that one?
That one's the slushy.
I see. I'm excited
sherbet.
about that
You're-
one.
Yeah. That's the one. The other one's pina colada. I don't know if I want a pina colada sparkling energy drink.
I'm not looking forward to.
The slushy sherbet's kind of weird though because it might taste real good, but at the same time, how are you going to combine like a slush drink and sherbet? Are you just naming it that and it's just going to be like real sweet?
I hope it's good.
I hope it is too. We've got a lot left though.
Dude, we're gonna have to carry this into next year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Either that. Yeah. No, I mean, there's no
There's no
doubt.
way. There's
Like,
no
we
way.
still
Even
got,
even if you win the state tournament, we've still got some that we're still going to be backed up on until next year.
Yep.
We have 5 sitting in your office right here for the rest of the season, and there's still a handful
Cherry
more.
cola, bro.
Cherry cola, we finally
Yeah.
found it. Finally found it. We have the 2 new ones.
I should have just left it at Walmart when I seen it.
Have you tried it?
No.
Oh.
That's when I bought it though. I was walking down the Walmart
Are you
aisle.
not excited for it?
No.
Are you not? I sort of
Dude,
am.
we gave cola a 2.
But you add cherry in there, it might make it just a little better.
I had 2.5.
Yeah, maybe. Then we've got
What's our
strawberry-
worst one?
The worst one?
We just ranked it not too long ago.
Fantasy
the marshmallow.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Fantasy Vibe,
I couldn't
worst
even.
one.
Dude, it's so bad that I just call it marshmallow.
That's the only time I'm going to say its name. It's so bad. We've got strawberry lemonade, mango passion fruit, and strawberry guava in your office too. And then we've
Strawberry
got,
guava doesn't sound.
no, that's going to be last
Fantastic.
if we even get it in this year. Kiwi strawberry watermelon lemonade retro vibe, and then strawberry passion fruit
Strawberry lemonade
or the
has
the
potential.
watermelon lemonade or yeah the strawberry lemonade that we have. Yeah,
Why is it sparkling though? It's lemonade.
that is true. Maybe it's not.
Let's hope not.
Maybe it's not.
It might be a new rank.
Watermelon lemonade also. But yeah, there's 10 right there that we just named that we've still got to try. So, and they can make more on us. So who knows? Anyways, Cosmic Vibe, I'm gonna go 825.
Yep, 7-8.
All right. Hampton.
Hampton.
Big game Friday. Going to Hampton. Looking at the conference at the moment,
Oh man.
you're ranked 3rd. Johnson County at the moment, ranked 4th. You have a 5-4 record. They have a 4-5 record. You win this game, you're locked into that 3 spot. If you were to lose this game, and then Johnson County wins, and Johnson County is playing, I believe, Happy Valley.
Yep.
So if Johnson County wins and you lose, you both get locked in with 5-5 records tied for 3rd place. First tiebreaker would be head-to-head.
Nobody.
To watch. The second one would be who beat a high-ranked opponent. Neither of you beat South Greene or Hampton. Those are 4 or 5 of your losses. And then the third one would go down to the tiebreaker, which you would then lose. So Johnson County would get that 3 and you would get that 4.
Yep.
Crazy thing is, as we alluded to, Chucky Doak and Happy Valley both tied back at 5th right now. We don't know what's going to happen there. Chucky Doak could go into South Greene, pull off a huge shocker, beat them, and then they get that 5. Happy Valley could help you all out. Beat Johnson County, which they got close to doing already once this year.
57-56 the first time at Johnson County.
So playing at their house now, they could pull off an upset and then move into that 5 spot there. So going into the last week of the season, we know nothing at the moment. The last few years, as we've talked about, we can kind of sit down and know, okay, they're going to be this spot, and then you're going to play either this team or this team. You have no clue at the moment.
Literally no idea.
But going into that game, of course, being at Hampton, it's going to be a tough environment. Playing on a smaller court, being pressed as much as they like to press. How do you plan on game planning that?
I mean, it's just going to come down to taking care of the basketball. When we played them here, we were down a man, but it's not an excuse because you go into halftime and it's 24-26. Just come out in the second half and kind of went away from what was working. I think they now realize that we've seen it a little bit. The deeper you get into possessions against teams that like to get up and pressure you, the deeper you can get into the possession, the better shot selection you get. And we kind of got in a little spell there where we just came down, and first time we saw the rim, we put that thing up. And that's just not going to work against a team like Hampton, especially with as well as they rebound and as quick as they go. If you come down, shoot a quick shot, and you've got 4 people around the perimeter, I mean, that's a rebound, a pass, and a layup. And that's really where they pushed the lead out on us. We didn't turn the ball over all that much. I think we had 7 or 8 turnovers that night, and most of those came in the first quarter. So, I mean, taking care of the ball, it is going to be a big task on that smaller floor. They're going to probably send some more traps at you. We're going to work on a few things with that tomorrow and just kind of review some of the things they do offensively and some of the things they like to do defensively, and just prep to the best of our ability. Leave here, go up there and play a JV game, take a little rest in between that, watch the varsity girls play, hopefully pull out a big win for them, and hopefully we can come out and do the same thing and follow suit. But like you said, big implications on this game. We control our own destiny. If we want to be 3 seed, we got to win. If we're okay with just being the 4, then so be it. But with the guys in the locker room, I don't think we're okay with just being the 4 seed. They're pretty focused. They're locked in. They're ready to go. Kind of took a lax day today. 4 games, 5 days. We just
need a little bit of a break.
Took a little break. Kind of get our legs back. There wasn't no need in coming in here and killing them. So just kind of took a little lax day, and going to come in tomorrow, prep hard. Just look at lots of things that Hamptons like to do, and get ready to play on Friday night. That's about all you can do. Don't want to overthink it. Don't want to try to do too much stuff. Do what we've been doing. Continue to share the ball, play unselfish, and take care of it. And I think we got a shot in the end.
Biggest difference in this game to last game, I think a lot of people that are watching this know too, but last time you played them in this gym, you were without Aiden Lamons down low in the post. Everybody, of course, again, that's watching this knows how much of a difference he makes, whether it's on the scoreboard, whether it's rebounding, whether it's blocks, or whether it's just his presence down low in the paint, altering shots and forcing players to take different shots. He makes a huge difference down there. The score kind of indicated that it was a beating the first time, but if you were here and you've watched that game, or if you've watched that game as a coach that's watching this and you're scouting, I think that you would look and realize that it was a really competitive game just outside of that third quarter when they broke away to that big 20-point lead. And
yeah.
That's really the margin in the game. They broke out to a huge lead in the first quarter, and then you pulled it back into a 2-possession margin at halftime, and then third quarter they stretch it out. So with stretch back this time too, how much of a difference do you think it'll be having him down there in the post on the floor?
I think it'll make a big difference. We struggled to rebound a few times in that first game. Struggled to just find a body to put on somebody, and it's something Aiden really does well. And just outside of that, though, I mean, I know he's a presence inside, but anybody that's watched it's on the press break. You have him in the middle. It's a big body to throw to.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good at flashing at the right times, getting his hands up, catching it high. And he never just throws it right back to him. He always squares. Granted, it has taken a year and a half now to beat that in his brain to, hey, you got to turn and square. You've got 3 people behind you. That means there's only 2 people in front of you, and you got guards breaking. Somebody's got to be open.
Yeah.
So if we can just utilize that and, like you said, just his length inside, it'll be a big help. But definitely you can't just come in and say, oh, we got Aiden back. It's an easy win, because Hampton's not going to roll over, and it's definitely being at Hampton, that hostile environment, one-sided bleachers. Just got to come in ready to play from the start. We cannot start late. We cannot spot them 15, 20 points like we've done the last 2 times we played them. And really just got to come out hot and no mental lapses. We got to play a full 32 minutes. And I think if we do that, then, like I said earlier in the show, I think we'll have a good shot at it.
And then I know at the moment your full focus is on Hampton, of course. 100% of your focus is on Hampton, and rightfully so. But to end the season, you've got Cosby on the road on Tuesday, and that'll end your season. It'll be one of the games we preview next week. So I know Hampton, of course, is your full focus at the moment, but you end the season with Cosby. Same as the girls. It's kind of been the same interview that I've done this week with you and Coach Shaw. You're both on 3-game winning streaks coming in here to the end of the season with wins over Hampton. You all would be going into that Cosby game with the potential of ending the regular season on a 5-game winning streak going into the district tournament. So how big is that Cosby game for you on Tuesday to kind of get things right before going into the tournament?
Yeah, that'll be huge. I mean, Cosby's a good team. They're a storied program of being a basketball school, and I know football doesn't really have a lot to do with anything, but they had a great season in football.
Great season, best they've ever had.
Yeah, and I mean, be great in football, you got to have some athletes out there, and athletes translate to the basketball floor. So they're going to be athletic, they're going to be quick, they're going to get up and pressure you. I've got to watch them a couple times this year just at some play days and summer ball and just a few films on them. But like you said, I don't want to say that I'm not looking at Cosby, but right now my focus is 100% on Friday night.
And I think if anybody from Cosby would be watching this too, their full focus is probably on whoever they've got in their district on Friday too, because district comes before anything else.
Yep.
When you have non-district opponents, you want to win at the end of the day, but those district games, that is what your full focus is on. And of course, that's what your full focus is on going into Friday, because it's a big game with Hampton. It's going to shake a lot of things up because we've beat it with a hammer, but I mean, it's got a lot of implications, and every game does. On Friday, you've got Chucky Doak and South Greene. South Greene needs to win that game to hold that spot if Hampton were to beat you all. If you're able to beat Hampton, you would do South Greene a solid if South Greene were able to beat Chucky Doak, because then they would get sole possession of first, and then you've got Happy Valley and Johnson County. Happy Valley could do you a solid and beat Johnson County, and then that would keep you with that 3rd seed regardless. So a lot of things coming down to the end. Of course, we talked about it. You're locked into either the 3 or the 4. It just depends what happens. If you and Johnson County both win, you stay at that 3. If you lose and they win, they get the 3, or they get the 3 and you drop the 4. If you both lose, it's the same as it is right now. You keep the 3 and they're 4. But hey, we're almost at tournament time now. You're coming into this final stretch, and I'm sure going into this Hampton game too, you're going to try to treat this like a tournament game too, because looking at how things are at the moment, odds are you're probably going to see Hampton at some point in the district tournament.
Yep, you could always play them again. And, yeah, I feel like every game from here on out is tournament-style play. You got to play it like it could be your last. So we're going to come in, keep our heads down, stay focused, and just push through. And like you said, like I said, try to make a good run. And I definitely think we got the guys in the locker room to make the run. We gotta click and continue to just push on this streak that we've got going right now. And I got high hopes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got high hopes. They know my hopes. They know my expectations. We've got it written on the board in there, and looking forward to it, man. But I'm not gonna say much more. Thing's been flashing at me for the last couple minutes.
You're right. I didn't even notice it
so
this time.
I think it's about to turn off.
It always happens. Every single week I feel like we always talk about how the camera's telling us, hey, the battery's low, get out of here. The lights turned off on us, telling us to get out of here. So we better go. As always, thank you all for watching. The next time we sit down, we'll know everything about the district tournament.
Everything.
It'll be
tell you who we play, what time.
We know where it's at. It's going to be at Unicoi County, but it will be a little more difficult to get there this time. So we'll have that for you next week also. But, yeah, until then, you got 2 games, one at Hampton, one at Cosby, 2 big games at the end of the year before we get to the most exciting part of the season.
Most exciting. I love it.
Try
the Cosmic.
Try the Cosmic. It's good. 825.
7-8.
All right, Coach. That's all I've got for you this week.
Appreciate it, bud.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Malone Trekker Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Cruder's Corner. We look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.